And this is your stage. Welcome.
Thank you, everyone. I am super excited to be on the stage. Yes, queens. Thank you. So, hi, my name is Sophia, and I want to start this with a question. Who here has ever felt stuck, like you are in a life that you just cannot escape? Yes, everybody here, of course, you're in fucking Bali. Let's get real. Okay, so I'm going to use an analogy to really explain this feeling. Imagine you are in a cave, and the walls are cold and dark, and you feel like you are confined in this structure. And somebody comes inside the cave and they're like, yo, there's a whole world out there. There's the birds and the bees, the plants, the warmth of the sun, all the greenery that you can ever imagine, the blue skies. And you want to believe them, but you just can't. And so how do you really get to a point where you can establish that belief, that belief can become truth? Well, here's a beautiful and hard truth for you. You got to get the fuck out of the cave. You got to walk the path and go through the tunnel of darkness, not necessarily knowing what the outcome will be on the other side. But you know in yourself that being in that dark cave, stuck in this comfort, watching your Netflix, is not where you want to be. And even if you get out of the cave and go towards the light, really knowing that the shadows will always follow. But the fact that you got out of the cave, you got out of the darkness, you have the confidence to now face those shadows. So now let's put a story to it. What was a turning point in your life? You can kind of think about it or write it down that really you were looking around the cave, you're like, why the fuck am I in here, right? So just kind of reflecting on that for a moment. Maybe it was a situationship, eat, pray, love. I know some of you girls are here. I'm here for that, for sure. Maybe it was an existential crisis, burnout. Maybe you're an empty nester. Who knows? We are all here for some sort of reason to find our safe or escapism that brought us here now. And this is my story. So I was 21 years old, and I was working 60 to 80 hours a week, climbing the corporate ladder, going to the gym, drinking on the weekends at a local pub, going hiking every now and then, living with my boyfriend Nick, and had a cat named Vladimir. We'll get to that another time. And I was like, okay, this is an amazing life. I am doing everything the conventional success way. And then I got a call. My dad was on the phone. Okay, Sophia, don't freak out. But Tiffany has just overdosed, and she's unconscious. I start to shake. Oh my God, what the fuck is happening? Vanessa found her. She has blue lips and she was cold. And they tried to revive her, but she's brain dead. And now I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, my two baby sisters, my best friends, these people that I love so much, grief is coming over me, anger, sadness, blame. Why did you let this happen? What kind of fucking father are you? And I just fall and I break. And over the next 6 months, I have to fight for guardianship of my two little sisters to get them away from my father. I have to oversee the medical treatment of my sister, who is now determined a vegetable. I have to work full-time, flying between New York and Florida, and I just begin to implode. Is this really all life is? Shout out to YOLO, because that was a great hashtag. And I was like, okay, I only live life once, so I'm going to El Salvador. Why? Because it's a cheap flight. I go to El Salvador, get on the chicken buses. I'm seeing the whole world. I'm like, what is this? MS-13 gang members eating ice cream for the holidays. I'm like, okay, there's so much more to life, and I need to experience this. So instead of staying stuck where I am at, I decided to quit my job, take my $20K in savings, and start a company. Video surveillance technology. And did I succeed? No, I fucking failed. I succeeded in my own way because, I learned. And over the next 7 years, I was traveling the world, starting companies, I started stripping and I paid off some of my loans for business. And I just was on a whirlwind, I'm going to make it at the end of this cave. I don't care if I go through this insane abuse from my ex. I don't care if I'm going through this financial control that I feel like I can't escape, because I know that there is a light at the end of this tunnel, because I'm walking. And at some point, a light's going to appear. I don't know when. And it did. It did appear right now on me on this stage. And so really what I want to say is it doesn't matter what is going on in life. If you believe that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, if you fall down, you will get back up. If you get punched, you'll learn how to block. Muay Thai style, you know what I mean? And if you fail, you will get a new skill and learn a new lesson. So for the women that need a guiding light, let me be your light. Join the sisterhood. Shout out sisterhood. And for the men that need a strategic plan and to know that the path has evidence, here I am on this stage right now. So I want to end this with my favorite quote from one of my favorite poems, Invictus. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Thank you all so much. Love you guys.